Oh, you think you can hurt me? I've been through the world's strongest chemotherapy twice. It is nicknamed the Red Devil because of how terrible it is. Let's talk about that. My name is Eldira and I'm a 3-time cancer survivor. Most of me is a 3-time cancer survivor. When I was 19, I was diagnosed with a cancer called synovial sarcoma. It is very, 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 very rare. It is one of the rarest. And because of the fact that it is rare, it is incredibly understudied. So if you're watching this, please consider following and commenting because it helps me pay for my health insurance. Anyways, the world's strongest chemotherapy. It is called doxorubicin. Beautiful baby girl name. Doxorubicin is a chemotherapy drug. It is also nicknamed the Red Devil. Let me just show a picture of what it looks like really quick. This is not blood. This is a bag or a tube of doxorubicin. I find it very fascinating. Doxorubicin is actually made out of bacteria, fermented bacteria. It's a bit of a byproduct, and that's an oversimplification, but it is made out of some random ground bacteria. Because of my cancer being as rare as it is understudied, and when a cancer is understudied, they love to give you blanket treatments because they don't know what else to do. Rare cancers partially have a poor survival rate because of the fact that there's very few options for targeted treatments. In my case, the recommended treatment for a lot of synovial sarcoma cases is something called AIM. AIM stands for 3 beautiful words: adriamycin, I think I'm saying that correctly, ifosfamide, and Mesna. Those are the 3 drugs that make up the course of treatment that is shortened to be called AIM. Adriamycin, another word for that, the more commonly used word is doxorubicin, and that is the Red Devil. For a lot of people, it's life-saving. One of the reasons it is so harsh is because the way that it works can actually cause heart damage. This is a chemotherapy that in some cases can even result in secondary cancers. It does not just damage the cancer, it damages everything. It damages anything that is quickly growing. If you know anything about your bodies, it's the fact that they are growing very quickly. Doxorubicin, because of this tendency to be so cardiotoxic, has a lifetime limit. There is a lifetime limit to how much doxorubicin that you can safely get before it becomes too dangerous and your risk of cardiotoxicity is far too high to be able to continue. At the age of 24, I have reached pretty much the lifetime limit for doxorubicin. If I were to ever need chemotherapy again, I would need to find a different treatment. I am still on heart medication because of the long-term heart damage that I got from going through an AIM cycle twice during 2 different recurrences. Chemotherapy is kind of this fun little game of, is the possible benefit of the chemo going to outweigh the risk and potential damage of chemo? Most commonly, yes, it's worth the risk. I'm not speaking badly of chemotherapy or even doxorubicin. There is a reason that it was invented. Before we get all conspiracy, many cancers don't have great treatments, not due to the government hiding something, but because every cancer is different from the next cancer. Hank Green says, referring to cancer as having one cure is like saying that virus has one cure. That's just not true. Every cancer requires its own treatment, and there are hundreds, if not thousands of different kinds of cancers, and so that means there's no one big cure. There needs to be 100 to thousands of different cures. That's not very easy, especially when our current American government has been deprioritizing and defunding cancer research. Super awesome. Anyways, I just wanted to share a little bit about doxorubicin, a beautifully destructive medication. So if you ever hear somebody in the future talk about the Red Devil, you can say, hey, I know what that is, and they'll be like, whoa, that's crazy, I feel like shit right now. If you have any questions, make sure to comment them down below. I'm going to try my best to get to everybody. Okay, bye.